Hey, what's up, college football fans? Tiger Paul in the house, coming back at you again with another video. Just giving you my thoughts on this Friday afternoon ahead of the Louisville Clemson matchup. So Clemson takes on Louisville this Saturday at Louisville. It's gonna be a home game. Saw some articles written, saw some stuff posted about how Louisville's given extra tickets to their season ticket holders, trying to pack the house for Clemson, trying to make a real deal home game atmosphere, trying to make the best of their home field advantage in this game. And I can't blame them. I would do the same thing. That's sad that they have to give out free tickets to do so, but hey, it is what it is. Not everybody can make it to games, so why not pack the house with some free tickets, right? Thoughts on the game. So Louisville, as you guys know, they have a pretty explosive offense. They also have a quarterback that can run around. He can make plays with his legs. He can also throw the ball a little bit. They like to strike down the field. They like to get you really worried about their quarterback running the ball and then try to take a strike down the field. So that's something that Clemson's defense is going to have to guard against this weekend. I think Clemson has proved in the past this year, for instance, that they can kind of take the quarterback run out of the game. They did it against FSU. They did it against Syracuse. They did not let the quarterback's legs affect the game very much, or if at all. So that was a positive that I've seen from Clemson's defense this season, and that gives me hopes heading into the Louisville game. Now, where it's going to come on to the defense is the defense has got to stop jumping off sides. I mean, it's been pretty bad. We've jumped off sides a lot. And Louisville is going to come into this game. They're going to change up their snap count. They're going to try to bait Clemson into jumping off sides. And, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a couple more offsides penalties this week. That's just kind of how Clemson's defense has been playing, kind of undisciplined on the line of scrimmage as far as the offside stuff goes. But honestly, they've played well this season. They are a top defense. If you don't believe that, I don't know what you're watching. They've carried this team all season. They've done their best to keep us in every single game, and they've played well enough for us to win every game. It's been the offense that has lost games for us this season. It has not been the defense's fault. You can take it all the way back to Georgia. You can take it back to North Carolina State, so on and so forth. The reason that we have any losses this season is not because of the defense. It's because of the offense. But the back end of our defense is going to be key this week. We're going to have to contain that quarterback, like I said. We're going to have to make sure that we minimize the running lanes. And then the back end is going to have to hold up so that they don't strike us downfield like they tend to like to do to teams. They like those explosive plays, and we cannot let that happen this weekend. We're going to have to play a much better game than we did in the first half against FSU. Now, with that said, moving on to Clemson's offense. It starts up front, right, guys? I know that's kind of like a tired comment and so on and so forth, but we've seen, I believe we've seen what DJ is this year. I don't think he's going to get markedly or I don't think he's going to wow the world on any game this season. I don't think he's going to get markedly better. I don't think he's going to get very much worse. I think he is what he is this season. Whether he gets better in the off season and keeps his job, or whether the new quarterback coming in takes it, or whatever happens, that's not important right now. We're still playing in this season, so I think DJ will pretty much perform as he has performed thus far this season, which means he's going to make some throws, he's going to miss some throws, and he's probably going to turn the ball over once or twice this game, unfortunately. And that's something that Clemson's offense really has to guard against. This offense is not good enough to overcome turnovers, and we've been turning the ball over. We just don't put up enough points to overcome turnovers, and we already put our defense in enough bad positions by all of our 3-and-outs and our inability to score a lot of points. We already put a lot of stress on the defense, so we really got to minimize those fatal mistakes and those turnovers. That has to be a focus for Clemson's offense. We can't put up a lot of points. We're not a very productive offense, although we've found the ground game in games past. We've done a pretty good job of turning our ground game around, and that's why I said it starts with the offensive line. We have to establish the run. We have to lean on Maffa. We have to lean on Shipley. We have to lean on Jacoby Pace. We have to lean on those guys to carry this team. Now, one of the good things I saw last week is I didn't see as many drops in the passing game as we've seen in past weeks. We've seen a lot of drops from Clemson receivers. I mean, I'm talking like 6+ a game. We didn't see that as much last week. Not that there was no drop passes, but we didn't see it as much last week. So hopefully, maybe that's an encouraging sign. We also got over, we got to the 30 mark with help from our defense once again on a last-second play. I'm sure that broke a lot of the hearts of those Vegas people for Clemson backdoor covering that game. But anyways, starts with the run game. We have to establish the run game, and then we have to take what Louisville's defense gives us in the passing game. Unfortunately, as we've seen with some of the play calling this season, it hasn't been the greatest, but I think part of that is they're trying to take a lot of things off DJ's plate. They're trying to take a lot of decision-making off of his plate and give him very simple plays, very simple reads. And I think sometimes that can be very frustrating when we're watching the game and we see a Justin Ross streaking down the field and Uiagalelei is staring down another receiver. It's just very frustrating to watch. But I think some of that is by design, because I honestly think DJ's overwhelmed. I don't know if he's just not grasping the offense. I don't know if he can't take the pressure of being the guy at Clemson. I don't know what it is, guys. But I do honestly believe he is what he is this season, and maybe going on from there. Who knows? He might change. He might get better. But I don't think he's really going to get that much remarkably better this season, if at all any better this season. So honestly think the game will be won on how we can move the ball down the field. We cannot settle for field goals, guys. When we get into the red zone, unlike last week, we can't keep kicking those field goals. We got to punch in those red zone opportunities. Now, I won't bag too much on BT Potter. He's a great field goal kicker. I was surprised he missed all those kicks last week. That's very unlike him. He's a very reliable kicker, and we're lucky to have him because he's won a lot of games for us this season because our offense hasn't produced a lot of points. So we can't bag on him too bad. He had a bad game. I'm sure he'll bounce back from it, but we shouldn't have to be settling for field goals in the red zone like that. We need to punch it in. We need to get it in and really distance ourselves. How I see this game playing out, I do think we'll win. I think the defense will be able to contain the Louisville quarterback. I think for the most part, our back end will hold up. I'm sure we'll give away some plays downfield. I mean, we're not going to stop them all, but I think we'll give away some plays downfield, and then I think our offense will put up enough points to win. I think maybe we're in like the 21 to 24 range as far as points. Maybe we win, 21 to 24, maybe win 17 to 24. Somewhere in that range is where I kind of see the game going, guys. But that's my thoughts on the game, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What's your score prediction? What do you think the keys to the game are? And how do you see the game playing out? Hit me up in the comments below. I look forward to engaging you guys down there. And another video in the books. Tiger Paul out. I'll see you guys in the next one.